What if I told you that you could lose up to 40% of the muscle in your legs by age 70, even if you stay active? This loss of mobility is not inevitable. It's a specific condition. This condition is called sarcopenia. And groundbreaking research from the world's top metabolic scientists, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, reveals a critical mistake millions of seniors make before 9 a.m. As we age, our muscles become anabolically resistant. This means they need a much stronger signal to grow. Most seniors are backloading their protein, eating small bits here and there, or saving it for dinner when the signal is too weak. In this video, I will reveal the one type of food you must eat in the morning to provide the powerful leucine trigger that unlocks muscle protein synthesis and commands your body to build and repair your legs. This isn't just a vanity problem. This is a silent epidemic. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is the single greatest predictor of whether you will maintain your independence or face a future of devastating falls, broken hips, and a rapid metabolic decline. It's the reason why stairs suddenly feel like mountains and why getting up from a chair requires a strategy. But the science is clear. This is not a one-way street. The mistake is not a lack of effort, it's a lack of strategy. You are likely making a critical error in protein timing that is starving your muscles when they are most ready to be fed. Our mission today is simple: to expose this mistake and give you a simple, powerful, and science-backed morning protocol to fight back, rebuild your strength, and take back control of your mobility. To win this fight, you first have to understand the battlefield. The reason muscle loss accelerates as we age is due to a powerful biological shift called anabolic resistance. Let me use a simple analogy. Imagine your muscle cells are a locked door. Behind that door is the machinery that builds and repairs muscle, a process called muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. When you were 20, that lock was perfectly oiled. Just a small amount of protein, say 10 or 15 grams, was like a key that slipped in, turned easily, and opened the door. Your MPS would fire up, and your muscles would repair and grow. But as you get older, that lock becomes rusted. The mechanism gets sticky. That same small 15-gram key, it's no longer strong enough to turn the lock. You can jiggle it all day, eating small bits of protein here and there, but the door will not open. This is anabolic resistance. Your muscles are still capable of building, but they are deaf to the small signals they use to hear. They need a much stronger and more specific signal to be commanded to grow. So, what is the new, more powerful key? This is the breakthrough. Science has discovered it's not just protein in general. It's one specific amino acid, the building blocks of protein, called leucine. You must think of leucine as the ignition key for your car. All the other amino acids are the fuel. You can have a full tank of gas, plenty of protein, but if you don't have that specific key to turn the ignition, the engine never starts. Groundbreaking studies on senior populations have shown that if a meal does not contain a minimum threshold, about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, the build signal, muscle protein synthesis, never gets triggered, and this exposes the critical morning mistake. What are the most common breakfast foods? Cereal, toast, oatmeal, fruit. These foods are disastrous for muscle health, not because they are bad, but because they contain almost zero leucine. When you eat a breakfast of toast and jam, you are providing your body with no signal to build. You are effectively starving your muscles at the exact moment they are most primed to absorb nutrients after an overnight fast. You are wasting the single most important anabolic window of your entire day. Now, we move from the why to the how. Stopping muscle loss is not about complicated, expensive supplements or grueling 2-hour gym sessions. It is about being strategic. It is about giving your body the right command at the right time. This is the 3-step morning muscle protocol. It is simple, it is backed by science, and it is something you can start tomorrow. Step 1. Eat the trigger food. The first and most critical step is to pull that leucine trigger. You must consume a single large dose of high-quality protein to overcome that anabolic resistance. You need to hit that 3-gram ignition key of leucine in one single serving. So, what is this mystery food? While high-quality protein powders can work, the single best whole food to achieve this, the one I am building this entire protocol around, is Greek yogurt. This is the answer, but you must be specific. We are not talking about the small, fruit-on-the-bottom, sugar-filled dessert cups. We are talking about plain, authentic Greek yogurt. Here is why it is the perfect muscle-building food for seniors. First, it is a protein powerhouse. A single 1-cup serving, that's about 200 grams, delivers a massive 20 to 22 grams of complete protein. This single-handedly meets the minimum protein bolus that researchers say is needed to command those rusted muscle locks to open. Second, it has a dual-action release. This is what makes it so much better than just a glass of milk. Greek yogurt is rich in 2 types of protein, whey and casein. The whey protein is fast-acting. It floods your bloodstream with leucine almost immediately, pulling that trigger and shouting, "Build," at your muscles. The casein protein is slow digesting. It releases amino acids steadily over the next few hours, providing the bricks to sustain the building process long after breakfast is over. And most importantly, that 22-gram protein serving delivers approximately 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, hitting that magic threshold perfectly. Your action is simple. Make the first food you eat a high-protein anchor. The simplest, most effective way is 1 cup, 200 grams of plain Greek yogurt. Step 2. Anchor it with sustain. Foods pulling the trigger is the start, but it is not the whole story. An engine needs fuel to run. A construction site needs more than just a foreman shouting orders. It needs workers and a steady supply of bricks. Once you have your Greek yogurt, you anchor it with sustained foods that complete the mission. There are 3 you need to add to create the ideal muscle-building plate. First, eggs. Think of eggs as the perfect partner. While your yogurt provided the fast-acting whey, eggs provide the highest quality source of protein on the planet. Adding 2 whole, hard-boiled eggs to your breakfast adds another 12 grams of flawless protein, plus vital nutrients for brain and bone health, like choline and vitamin D. Second, oats or whole grains. For decades, carbohydrates have been made the enemy. This is a fatal mistake for muscle building. The protein, the bricks, needs energy, the workers to be assembled. Complex carbs like a half cup of oats or a single piece of real, whole grain toast provide the non-inflammatory energy your body needs to fuel the process of muscle protein synthesis. Without these carbs, your body may be forced to burn that expensive protein for energy instead of using it to build your legs. Third, berries. This is the optimization step. As we age, our bodies are in a constant state of low-grade inflammation. This inflammation, as we discussed, makes your muscle cells even more deaf to the protein signal. The deep, rich colors in blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries come from polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that help lower this inflammation. They are, in effect, cleaning the rust off the lock so the leucine key can work even better. This is your ideal muscle-building plate. 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, a half cup of blueberries, and 2 hard-boiled eggs on the side. This complete meal provides over 30 grams of protein, the critical leucine trigger, anti-inflammatory compounds, and the energy to fuel the entire process. Step 3. Activate the muscle. Before you eat, this is the pro-level tip. This is how you take this protocol and supercharge it. You must wake up the muscles you want to feed. Think about it. If you send a delivery truck, your protein breakfast, to a construction site, your muscles, But the gates are closed and the workers are asleep. What happens? The delivery gets ignored. It gets rerouted and sent to storage, which, in the body, is your fat cells. We need to wake up the workers and open the gates. The best way? Perform 5 to 10 minutes of simple body weight movements before you take your first bite of breakfast. You don't even need to change your clothes. This movement does something incredible called nutrient partitioning. It sends a loud, clear signal to your body. Hey, we are under load here. Send all incoming nutrients, especially that protein, directly to the legs and arms immediately. Do not store them as fat. You are sensitizing your muscles, making them hungry for the exact meal you're about to eat. Your action is this simple activation circuit. Do it in your kitchen while the coffee brews. First, 15 body weight squats. Stand in front of your kitchen counter and hold it for balance. Sit back as if you're sitting in a chair and stand back up. This is the single best signal you can send to your legs. Visual of a senior doing a counter-assisted squat. Second, 15 wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, place your hands on it, and perform a push-up. This activates your chest, shoulders, and arms. And third, 20 calf raises. Simply stand and raise up onto your toes, then lower back down. This activates the crucial muscles for balance and walking. That's it. It takes 3 minutes. But by doing this, you ensure that the powerful, high leucine breakfast you are about to eat goes exactly where you want it to. Right into your muscles, rebuilding your strength, one morning at a time. So, let's bring this all together. The fight against sarcopenia, the battle for your strength, your balance, and your independence is not one with wishful thinking. The old way of eating, just grazing on small bits of protein throughout the day, is a failing strategy. As we've learned, your body, especially as you age, doesn't respond to hints. It responds to a command. You must command your muscles to grow. And today, you have learned the exact science-backed protocol to give that command. It's a simple 3-step protocol that you can start tomorrow morning. First, activate your muscles. Wake them up with 10 simple counter-assisted squats. Second, trigger the build signal. Eat that 1 cup of high leucine Greek yogurt to pull the 3-gram leucine trigger. Third, sustain the process. Anchor that trigger with the high-quality protein from eggs and the anti-inflammatory power of berries. Activate, trigger, sustain. That is your new blueprint for morning strength. The power to rebuild your body, to secure your independence, and to walk confidently for decades to come is not in a complex pill bottle. It is right there on your breakfast plate. So, here is my challenge to you. Your challenge is this. Tomorrow morning, make a decision. Do not touch a single piece of toast or a bowl of cereal until you have first done 10 simple squats and eaten 1 serving of high leucine protein. Start your day by winning the fight against muscle loss. Start your day by taking control.